What is going on, guys? Snickel here, and today I have another trophy talk for you. This is going to be for the month of August, and it's been quite a while since I've been here doing something like this. It has been a pretty hectic last few months. Personally, I've had a lot of things going on, and it's kind of taken me away from gaming and things like that. And then also with the channel, I've been trying to focus on doing some more short content and everything. And I'm trying to work through a huge backlog of basically making platinum trophy shorts for every single platinum that I've gotten to this point, and that I have recorded on YouTube. So it's been quite a process. I appreciate you guys showing up for everything. I do want to let you guys know that everything is still happening. We're still making the videos. I still have trophy guides going up over on Trophy Owners Gaming. So if you like any trophy or collectible guides or stuff that I do like that, there's a link for that down in the description below. Along with, I am still streaming all of my platinum trophies, and I do again want to try to start streaming a little bit more on a consistent schedule in hopes to stream more frequently. So anyway, with all of that being said and plugging out of the way, let's get into what I've been doing over the past lot of months. I think the last one of these I made was in March, and I really haven't done too much since then, in all honesty. But we can get right into it. So first thing is I believe March, Assassin's Creed Shadows came out, which we'll talk about that, and I'll give you guys my thoughts on that upcoming. But before I started playing Shadows, I was playing Assassin's Creed Chronicles on the PSTV. So I was able to, and I don't know if this is the same from my last trophy talk, but I did get through all the way through Assassin's Creed Chronicles China. And I did start playing through Assassin's Creed Chronicles India, and I've made a decent amount of progress in Assassin's Creed Chronicles India, but that's kind of where I stand with that right now. And then after Assassin's Creed Chronicles India, we will obviously go to Russia. So this got put on a hold because I was trying to play as much as I could before Shadows came out, because as you guys are probably aware, I am attempting to do every single Assassin's Creed game that there is to do. I don't really have a timeline for this, but this is something that I would like to tackle hopefully sooner rather than later, just because I feel like I have so many moving parts of me wanting to finish series and do everything like that, and not only finish every game in the series, but every single stack in the series. And there's so many series that I'm trying to tackle where I feel like some get left behind, or I'm just not making enough progress. So I do want to try to focus on one series and try to knock it out, or one or two series and try to knock it out. And I was trying to focus on Assassin's Creed, but with some things that are going down recently and all of that, I do kind of possibly maybe want to shift my focus to another series, because I don't have that much to do in the series in comparison to something like Assassin's Creed. And it would be nice to, again, just get one series done, every single stack, and kind of go from there. But I was making progress in China, or Assassin's Creed Chronicles China and India and Russia, just the Chronicles in general on the Vita. But again, at some point, I'll get back into this. This is definitely something I can do on stream, because I don't have any intention on making guides for it right now. I'll make guides for the PS4 version, but not on the PSTV, and we'll kind of go from there. But I did make some progress in that. Getting into the next game, this was a server shutdown game, so apologies for being gone for a few months from doing trophy talk, so I wasn't able to kind of announce this, but that would be Resident Evil Reverse. This did go down, I believe, in March or April. I don't know. Let's see when it was. June. It went down on June. So this was a add-on that came with Resident Evil 8 if you had bought that. And just quick little game. I was able to do this with Waves and Brian, and we were able to knock this out in just a few hours, so nothing too difficult about that. And it was a pretty interesting concept and everything. Definitely not a lot of content to the game itself, but cool concept, and I'm glad I was able to get this done, because Resident Evil is a franchise that I actually truly do like. So getting into our next game here, that would be PGA Tour 2K25 on the PlayStation 5. I believe it's only on the PlayStation 5. I made a lot of progress in this game since the last Trophy Talk. I think the last Trophy Talk, this was the game that I was kind of focusing on at the time, or trying to focus on. So I have fully made it through the entire game. I've done everything that I need to do, and you're probably asking yourself, Snickel, if you've gotten through the game, why don't you have the Platinum? And that's because I don't have the multiplayer done. They always say, you know, if you get the multiplayer done, you get the Platinum. Usually in my case, that's how it works, because if I have the multiplayer done, I could do the single player. That's easy work. Doing the multiplayer, that can be the difficult stuff. But yeah, I do just have to do the multiplayer. It's nothing too crazy. So I do have a few, or I should say I have like one, I think, single player trophy that I need to get. And that being to win 2 career majors with 2 different my players. Now, I'm not super worried about this. This will probably be the last trophy that I go for, just because I don't really need to sweat this. You can put the game on the easiest difficulty and kind of just blow through and make your way to majors if you need to. So it's nothing too difficult. I'm more worried about the online stuff. So I was able to do some online stuff, which I'm grateful for. If we go down to the bottom here, I was able to win a match in Topgolf with through online matchmaking, along with the Divot Derby, which the Divot Derby seemed to be a little bit annoying at the beginning, maybe not so much now, but you do have to do those in matchmaking, so you have to do those in open lobbies. But the thing that I haven't done yet, and it's all kind of tied together, is I haven't completed a placement match for online matchmaking, which is basically, I think it's, you play 5 rounds, and then once you play 5 rounds, you get placed in some sort of ranking system. You need to also win 5 matches in ranked solo matchmaking, and you need to play 40 matches. So I think I'm going to do this probably on stream and possibly off stream. I'm not 100% sure, but essentially all I need to do is just play 40 ranked matchmaking matches, and hopefully within the time that I play those 40 ranked matchmaking matches, I'm able to win 5 of them, because within me doing 5, win or lose, I'm going to get ranked, and then within the 40 that I have to do, hopefully I can win 5. If I can't win 5 out of 40, like, I need to reconsider things. But once I get those done, then we can do the 2 majors with 2 different my players, and we can go from there. But this hasn't been something that I've been sweating on too much, and I really should get back to this sooner rather than later to tie it up, because I do actually have every single one of these games done other than 2K23 on the PS4, which I actually did download to do, and I don't know. I thought one of them was possibly going down. Oh, delisted maybe. I don't know. Anyway, I have it downloaded on the PS4 because I do want to at least do the online for that, but no rush there for that. But made good progress, but I just need to finish it up. Next game we have kind of came out of nowhere, and that would be Wipeout Omega Collection. So I mainly did this game because one of my friends, Eli over at Treefall Studios, he said that he wanted to do the online. So just hopped on and did the online. So it was winning 10 races in online, finishing 10 races, and then destroying 50 ships online, in online eliminator or in combat events. So nothing too difficult. Do I have any intention of playing this game anytime soon? Absolutely not. But I was looking through the list here, and there are a shit ton of ultra rare trophies. So that's pretty cool. Now, this is definitely a game where I can't do either Wipeout HD or 2048 on the PS3 or Vita, which is fine. But we have the Omega Collection. I'm not really worried about doing any sort of series completion or anything like that when it comes to this. All right, so let's keep moving on with this. We've got a few games up next that are kind of tied together. So I was given some review early copies of both 1-2 Fantastic Word Search and Maze Interim Odyssey, both from Eli at Treefall Studios. Again, kind of all tied together here. So 1-2 Fantastic Word Search did come out first, and then Maze Interim Odyssey came out, and then I believe DLC for 1-2 Fantastic Word Search came out. So I was able to do all of that and get all of that done, which is great. I've got some trophy guides and collectible guides and stuff for Maze Interim Odyssey that I need to put out on Trophy Hunters Gaming, but I'm trying to work through my Assassin's Creed Shadow trophy guides that I have right now that I need to put out. But Both of those games are done, platinumed and 100%. That's basically the only platinums that I've gotten over the past few months, other than obviously Shadows at the top. Next two games that I have here are kind of tied together, that being NASCAR Heat 4 and 5. These recently did go down, I believe, on August 1st. So I've done basically every NASCAR game to date that I can do. So, and I believe NASCAR 14, even though it says it's unobtainable, I believe it is still obtainable if you have like a physical version of the game, which I do. So I've basically been doing all of these, and I bought NASCAR Heat Evolution back when it came out and played it a little bit, I believe in like I think it was like 2016 or so. And then I kept buying like Heat 2, Heat 3, Heat 4. I've bought all these games, not day one, but I've bought them eventually when the prices dropped. And I've been trying to stay up on the online. I've done the online for all of them, for basically every single NASCAR game. I just need to, get around to doing the platinum, but, it's done. And then I saw this new NASCAR game that came out, which I believe I did see something about this, but I never got into it. NASCAR 21 Ignition is apparently unobtainable, so that's pretty fucking cool. Yeah, I guess you had to play the game before an update or something, and if you didn't play it before that update, then you have no access to the online or something like that. It's really weird. So, I can't do this game. Do I really care? I mean, kind of, but not really. I have no idea when I'll get around to the rest of these NASCAR games, so I'm not really sweating one of them if I can't do it. So, it kind of is what it is there. But those did go down again August 1st. With me being late on the trophy talk, I wasn't able to notify people beforehand. So if you were able to do it, nice. If not, I apologize. Next up, we have a game that is going down in October, I believe. Is it October? I believe it's October. That being Need for Speed Rivals. So recently, I did do this on the PlayStation 3. And I did have the PlayStation 4 done. I did it years ago. But I'm deciding to just get the platinum in it because I'm not sure with how auto log and stuff works if this game will be playable after the fact. It should be, but I get a little skeptical with games when they're like tied to online and everything with just complete access, and that kind of gets into like Need for Speed 2015, that being the Stage 8 trophy here, which is just the reboot. I'm pretty sure when the server shut down for that, the whole game is just going to be unobtainable. So I need to, or I should really get into and play that game, which kind of gets into some stuff that I'll talk about coming up. And then the last game that we have that I have been playing is basically the game that I've been playing the most over the past few months, and that is Assassin's Creed Shadows. I have been putting a lot of time into this game. I actually really like this game. There's a few things that frustrate me with it, obviously with any game. Just, sometimes the AI is just annoying. That's the main thing. And the exploring can be a little irritating at times just because of how the map is created, which it's created good, but it makes it hard to explore because sometimes the only way to find certain things around the map that are question marks is to essentially just have to follow a path, which to me is kind of irritating. Like if I want to follow a path, obviously I should be able to follow a path. I can put a wayfinder or whatever it's on and it'll show me where to go. But if I want to climb up the side of this mountain, like let me climb up the side of the mountain, like give people the freedom to do that. And I feel like the game kind of pulls it back sometimes, and it's like, whoa, we don't want you to scale that mountain like that. That's cheating. I need you to go all the way around. And I just don't like when games force you to do stuff like that, especially with open world games that are like exploration based. I get that there's some things in this game that kind of force that, mainly the paths and shit that you have to do where there's a defined starting point and end point. I completely understand it with that because you're giving it's an activity, you're giving a treasure. I get that. But for the rest of the stuff that you have to explore, it can be a little bit irritating sometimes to have to go around and just have to find very specific routes or stuff. And most of the times what I've been doing now is I put the wayfinder on, I hop on my horse, and I just let my horse ride me there. That sounded really fucking weird. Whoa, pause. Hold on a second. I ride my horse there and I let it do its thing. And then I kind of go from there. So, yeah, that's just kind of what we're dealing with there. And I generally really am enjoying the game. or I did enjoy the game because I got the platinum. But as I was actually getting done this game and getting the platinum, there was one DLC that came out that I was like, perfect, one little mission, don't have a problem. Then DLC Pack 2, which is named 3, which I don't really understand, came out. And this is a doozy of a fucking DLC. Even though it's only 3 trophies, this is a doozy. This is basically a New Game Plus DLC, which is... it's fine to an extent, right? I'm all for New Game Plus in games to make people play it longer and stuff like that and experience different things. One of the things I don't like though is this whole Stars Unseen trophy, which is to reach knowledge rank 10. It's just very excessive. Reaching rank 80, cool, I'm fine with that. The 2 golden katanas, I'm fine with. The knowledge rank 10 is really what gets me, because there's only certain amounts of knowledge around the map that you can obtain. So there's only a certain amount of knowledge that you can obtain per playthrough. So if you do your first playthrough and you don't obtain that much knowledge, because in the base game, you don't need to obtain that much knowledge in order to get the platinum. So you could do the bare minimum and get the platinum and be good with it. But then if you go into New Game Plus, you don't have access to that knowledge. You start over from scratch. Well, the problem is again, there's only a set amount of knowledge around the map that you can collect, which means if you didn't max out your first playthrough and you get into New Game Plus, and let's say you max out New Game Plus, you still might not have enough knowledge to get to rank 10, which means now you have to start a New Game Plus or whatever. Yeah, it would be plus, or I don't fucking know. You'd have to start it again. That's stupid. That's so dumb. So, it's irritating, whatever. At the end of the day, how I feel about everything in relation to trophies is, if you're a trophy hunter, you're going to do whatever stupid shit you have to do to earn these trophies. So if that means I have to play this game for another 20, 30 hours, so be it. Do I necessarily want to? Not really. But if I want to get all of the trophies done and I want to be able to have the game completed, I'm going to have to do that. And it's just going to have to be what it's going to have to be. There should be another DLC coming out for this game. I'm assuming some point in the fall, like a pretty major DLC. So the second I get done this New Game Plus DLC, like that one's going to pop out and I'm never going to be done playing this game. And whoever is telling Ubisoft to keep adding this DLC to make me keep playing this game, can you please stop? I would like to play other games. I can go play other games, but bro, I just want to get the trophies done and put it away for a little bit. But anyway, that's what I've been playing. So I got a few platinums. It's been nice. So let's talk about kind of what I plan on playing in the upcoming, hopefully, month. I'm gonna plan to be back in September. I promise, with another trophy talk. But what I plan on playing in the upcoming month is Assassin's Creed Shadows. Is obviously probably #1 priority, just to try to get done that New Game Plus. After that, it's kind of dependent on what I'm doing with things, because there's certain games that I'm playing on stream and there's certain games that I'm playing off stream to try to make guides for and stuff. So, and then I have games in between where I'm like, I don't really necessarily care if I do it on either one. So, I'm probably going to do Shadows, and then after Shadows, I'm hoping that there's a little bit of a wait and I could take a break and play another game. Upon me playing another game, I'm probably going to end up playing Need for Speed Rivals, just because it's going down in October, and I just want to get the game done. It doesn't take that long to do. I've done it on the PS3. I have knowledge, so it is what it is. Another game that I was playing on stream actually was Star Wars Outlaws. I did start the Pirate DLC down here, Pirate's Fortune DLC. I want to possibly shelve this until I'm at least done Shadows, because switching back and forth between Outlaws and Shadows is a little bit annoying, because buttons are like different. Like in Shadows, crouching is square, but in Star Wars Outlaws, crouching is circle. So it's a little bit annoying to go back and forth between the games and have to remember what is crouch and what is this and what is that. So I might just wait to get done Shadows before I get back into Outlaws to do that DLC, but that is on the plate. That is on the plate to complete. There's a few other games that I really need to go back and do. I need to do this Jimboree, the Own War game. I believe there was a Minecraft DLC that came out, which I don't even know where that is on my list, but I should probably do that at some point. I want to get back into Fallout 76, which is mainly probably going to be a stream game, but I might play it in my free time. Really enjoyed that game. I'm kind of juggling a lot of things that I possibly want to play in my brain. With Forza Horizon 5 coming out on the PS5, that's another game that I am floating playing, even though I know it's going to be a bear to get through. I am floating that game because I really do want to play it. And then kind of what I was talking about earlier when it comes to, well, before I get to that, another game I'll probably play on stream is going to be PGA Tour 2K25. I also have like the RE8 DLC that I want to play on stream. I have Wolong DLC that I'll probably end up making guides for. I have Madden 23 that I want to get to at some point. So I got a lot of stuff on my mind that I kind of want to play. I know this sounds like a shit ton to people right now, but I promise you, when I pick a game, I'm just going to stick to that game until I get it done. I'm not going to start hopping all over the place. I've been trying to really focus on games when I start them. There's only been a few instances over the past few years where I've kind of gotten sidetracked from a game, and it is what it is. Oh, and side note, I got this game done earlier, I guess last year, about a year ago. Anthem is going down, so if you guys want to do it, hop on it. I think it's a fun game. It may be easier now because there may be a bunch of trophy hunters on playing, but yeah, just FYI for that. So anyway, I'm getting sidetracked here. Let's get back to what we were talking about. So what do I plan on playing? A lot of stuff. But as I was talking about earlier in the video, with the whole franchise stuff, I was mainly focusing on I was mainly focusing on Assassin's Creed as a franchise that I wanted to play through and get through. Still totally want to focus on that. Still going to, make trophy guides and collectible guides and 100% sync guides and stuff like that over on Trophy Hunters Gaming. That's still in the horizon, for sure. But a franchise that I think I'm going to focus on before I focus on Assassin's Creed is Need for Speed. Now, the only reason I say this is because, as I was talking about before, with Rivals going down, I'm not super worried about that. Not a huge deal. Need for Speed 2015, though, once that game kicks the can and is offline, completely unplayable and unobtainable to get through. So with that being said, they've already shut down all the PS3 ones. I've done them. I think I'm going to probably focus on doing Need for Speed games in the near future. The good thing about this is none of these games are difficult. None of them are difficult, and the thing that I'm more happy about is none of these games take a significant amount of time to get through. If you can see here by these guides, which it's pretty, the text is pretty small, none of these games really ever go over 40 hours other than like Unleashed was 55, The Run is 50, but none of these, and then the newer ones, Payback, they're saying Payback and Heat is 50, and then Unbound is 40, but I would say they're not a significant time sink in order to get through. Now, what I need to do in order to finish all the Need for Speed games that I have is obviously Rivals on the PS4, which we're working on. I will then probably do Need for Speed, the reboot on the PS4, which is this one again, which says it only takes 15 hours, but I know that DLC is a complete bitch. And then we'll kind of figure out where to go from there. Actually, before I play 2015, I may just get Most Wanted done on the Vita just to get it done. I don't know how Most Wanted is still up out of all games to still be up, but then Rivals is going down. I don't understand that. Same thing with like Hot Pursuit on the PS3 is still up somehow, but all the other ones are down. I don't make the rules. I just follow them and I play by them. I don't know why that's doing that, but yeah, I may do Rivals and then Most Wanted on the Vita and then maybe 2015 and then maybe I'll do like a Hot Pursuit remaster and then I'll do these ones and then we'll end with a Hot Pursuit remaster again because I do want to do both of these Hot Pursuit remasters at some point. But also, I do want to try to work through everything else. So that is a possibility of something that I might focus on other than Assassin's Creed right now. I know that I've put a few other series on hold with doing all of this, notably the Hitman franchise and any Star Wars games. I don't really know what to say about that. We'll get back to them, I promise. But my hope is to again, as I've always been saying for the past probably few years, and it's just been not something that I've been really, making the time out for. I do want to get to a more consistent streaming schedule. I do want to stream more games. And if you guys do like any of the collectible or trophy guides or anything that I make or that I made in the past, all of those are being uploaded exclusively to Trophy Hunters Gaming moving forward. So any of these games that I'm talking about doing, if there are guides that are, it makes sense to make a guide for, I will be making a guide for it on those games on that channel. But yes, upcoming month is a clusterfuck, to say the least. My main focus is probably going to be Assassin's Creed Shadows, working through the New Game Plus stuff and the knowledge. I'm very close to clearing out the map on my first base game playthrough. There's a few things that I want to do, and I'm trying to do all the forts and everything to make sure that I can get as much XP as possible, and I think I'm like level 54 or something right now. If you guys are interested, also, another, shameless plug, any of my streams that I do, I am uploading to a VOD channel, which can be found in, I have it linked in my link tree below. So you can go back and watch any stream that I do on that VOD channel, and it'll be good to go. But yeah, when I say like I'm level 54 in Shadows, so I'm trying to get as much XP as I can. I'm hoping by the time that I finish the knowledge and stuff in this first playthrough, I'm going to be hopefully close to the high 50s. 60, I think, is unobtainable, but possibly maybe high 50s. And then we can go into New Game Plus, and then I can basically work through the map that way. The only thing that sucks is you basically have to work back through the map altogether again and uncover things, which is just really freaking frustrating. But the good-ish news about that is that I'll have characters and weapons and stuff updated, so it won't be the most difficult thing. But Shadows is probably going to be number one on my focus list for, just playing and streaming. I, again, have a few more trophy guides that I need to make for Shadows, which I'll be uploading, along with making some Platinum Trophy shorts. And then my game after that will probably be Need for Speed Rivals, and then we'll kind of go from there. Once I get Shadows done, if nothing comes out, I'll definitely be streaming the Star Wars Outlaws DLC, along with possibly streaming Rivals, along with, I'm hoping to get through PGA Tour 2K25 at some point just to get it off the list and be done with it. And then after I finish up Rivals, we'll figure out what to do, because part of me wants to just keep doing Need for Speed, but then part of me does really want to play Forza Horizon 5. And then there is, I believe Mafia comes out this month as well, Mafia Old Country. Huge Mafia fan, so I'll probably be playing that one day one. So, I might be juggling some things around, but needless to say, there will be a lot going on. So yeah, there's that. Probably should have said it at the beginning of the video as well. I usually say it all the time, but let me know what games you guys have been playing down in the description below. Any progress, or not the description, man. I haven't been doing this for a few months, and my brain is just toast. It's absolutely toast. In the comments below, let me know what games you guys have been playing, if you've been making any progress, if you've been getting any platinums, if you've been having any fun, anything like that. Let me know all that stuff down in the comments below. I love reading through everybody's progress that they've been making, and it does give me some motivation to keep going myself. But yeah, a lot of things going on. Hoping to keep the streams going, hoping to keep the trophy guides and all the content coming out for you guys. And then eventually, when I hopefully catch up on these Platinum Trophy shorts that I've been making, I'm hoping to divert some of that energy and focus into getting back to some more long-form content, some how to platinums. I have some other, videos in mind that I would like to possibly try to start to see, what kind of traction they bring and if people really like them, and we'll kind of go from there with that. But I hope you guys did enjoy this video. I know it's been a few months. I hope you guys have all been good. I've been decent. I've been trying to play games and make time for games, but with life, it just be life and sometimes, and I just don't have time to play as many games as I want to and make as many guides as I want to, and make as much progress as I want to in certain things. But it's all good. We're making it, and that's what really matters. Anyway, I hope you guys did enjoy the video. If you did, be sure to leave a like. Again, down in the comments below, let me know what games you've been playing, any progress you've been making, any platinums you've been getting, anything like that, what your plans are for upcoming games, if you're looking forward to any games, just anything you've been doing gaming, let me know it all down in the comments below. Love reading all that stuff. Down in the description below, you'll find links to all my stuff. You know, my Twitter, my Twitch, Trophy Hunters Gaming, VOD channel, all sorts of stuff. So if you want to go follow any of that stuff, subscribe to any of that stuff, I would greatly, greatly appreciate it. If you could tune in for the streams, that would be amazing. I love when everybody turns out and we can talk about games and bitch about what game I'm playing and bitch about trophy hunting in general, but we have fun with it. That's what matters. We have fun with it. Anyway, I hope you guys did enjoy the video. If you did, again, be sure to leave a like. If you've made it this far and you haven't subscribed, consider subscribing for more trophy content like this. And I hope to see you guys all around sometime soon.